Bobby Brook. I'm Robert Brook. I'm the CEO, co-founder of Intervene Immune. We're a biotech startup that's based here in LA, so it's nice to have a local conference, especially one focused on longevity biotech, probably the first ever for LA, so it's incredible that it's been put together. So thank you, Brenda, thank you, A4LI, and the other sponsors. So we're a company that is focused on combating immune system aging, which we believe is maintaining the immune system to be critical for healthy longevity and for life extension. We are a relatively early stage company in that we've only accepted seed stage financing, but we've already conducted multiple clinical trials. We've shown improvement of kind of what are considered by many kind of the most established molecular biomarkers of aging and immune system biomarkers. And more recently in our trials, we've shown fairly profound improvement of body composition and also physical fitness in already very healthy older individuals. And I'll present a little bit of that data today. So the co-founder of Intervene Immune is Dr. Greg Fay, who's a fairly well-known gerontologist and cryobiologist. He's a prolific inventor. He has more than 40 issued patents in the I guess worldwide. And one of those is on our core treatment program, which is that's with me on a combination of growth hormone, metformin, and DHEA. And my own background's in bioengineering, and I went to UCLA for grad school many moons ago, 20 plus years ago now, and I was interested in kind of longevity and life extension. Then got to know a professor studying supercentenarians. I got to participate in an autopsy of the world's oldest person, which she passed away at UCLA or in LA. And I think she was 115 at the time. I worked in biotech finance for a while, and I've invested in more than 50 biotech and regenerative medicine companies. Became a little disillusioned or maybe frustrated with the pace of progress in the field and kind of lack of focus on aging and preventative medicine. Went off on my own, founded a cancer immunotherapy company that actually just now received approval last year for its treatment, and launched Intervene Immune. And I've also launched a nonprofit called the Clock Foundation with Professor Steve Horvath from UCLA, a developer of epigenetic aging clocks. And we work with a lot of researchers. We work with maybe 100 to 200 different groups. So a lot of biotech companies, a lot of academic labs that are doing kind of aging and longevity work. And what we're focused on is immune system aging. We want to rebuild the aged immune system. We're targeting the thymus. So the thymus is a kind of part of your immune system that educates or trains your immune cells, trains your T cells, and it atrophies in everybody at a relatively early age. By around age 40, your thymus is largely replaced by non-functional fatty tissue. And it kind of inevitably leads to decline of the immune system. And in people typically in mid 70s to 80, people experience an immune system collapse. And based on certain measures, that's associated with kind of really markedly higher risk of morbidity and mortality. And for instance, like 80% mortality within 2 years when people experience that type of immune system collapse. So what we're aiming to do with our treatment programs is to delay or prevent that entirely, and to enable people to live to 100, 120, whatever they want. And again, we believe rebuilding, maintaining the immune system is really critical, a critical piece for enabling that. I'm just going to skip over that slide. But some of our early trial data, we conducted a pilot study at Stanford, and we showed very clear evidence of thymus regeneration based on MRI and also based on immune cell subsets. And some of the results that attracted quite a bit of attention were that we were able to reverse or reduce all established epigenetic aging clocks, which was kind of a first for the field that a treatment could demonstrate that. And so we reduced them by a few years in already very healthy older people. And we ended up kind of having a lot of people come to, we had hundreds of physicians come to us wanting to collaborate with us. We had thousands of people coming to us wanting to enroll, wanting to access treatment, and that led to us launching a larger trial. So we're now, which we're still conducting, it's called the TRIM-X trial. We're enrolling people aged 40 to 80, men and women from across the US. So, we have a lot of incredible volunteers. I found that talk right beforehand. That was exciting to see. We aren't enrolling people age 90 yet. We're actually expanding it to 95. We're trying to, and on the cusp of approval for that. But TRIM-X is ongoing, and we've been able to largely replicate the results we've seen on the immune system and on the molecular biomarkers of aging. But even what I would consider more exciting is that we're starting to measure more functional outcomes, and we're showing that not only can you reduce these molecular biomarkers of aging, but you can show significant improvements on functional outcomes. And so, for instance, in people who are already very healthy for their age, we're seeing increases in leg strength and VO2 max by 20 to 25%, 20 up to 30%, and these people, and like VO2 max is considered by many to be the most robust mortality predictor available. We're also kind of another side effect of treatment, or a pretty well-established one, is that it improves body composition. So we're seeing reductions of total fat, reductions of visceral fat, and we're also not seeing any decline in kind of lean body mass in the way that kind of a GLP-1 agonist, you may see some kind of a bit of decline in lean body mass. And putting that in perspective, this is kind of, what we're seeing, we believe is akin to about 10 years of rejuvenation based on functional outcomes that we're including now. And one of the key ways, one of the key kind of enabling factors for treatment is an expert system that we developed that is based on our clinical trial data. It's based on kind of our experience managing the trials, and it enables us to make dose updates, kind of personalized dose updates. And it's important for the treatment because it's not a single drug. It's not even a fixed dose combination. We're using kind of 3 to 5 agents, and it's adaptive. And each person who enrolls has 6 to 8 blood draws, if not more, over the course of 12 to 18 months. And we update the dosing of each agent after each time point, after each blood draw. And so it's a lot to handle as a team. But this expert system enables that. So it's an important part of what enables the success we've had to date, and we believe it's going to be important for maintaining really consistent results with people. We're aiming, some pharma drugs that are on the market, they're kind of built for mass market, and they only get results in 20 to 25% of the population. So that's not acceptable for us. We're aiming to get the effects we've kind of shown here in 80, 90% plus of the people we enroll in trials. And this software, this kind of expert system, is an important part of that. It also will be is what's enabling us to scale our operations, so to where we can start enrolling hundreds or thousands of individuals, and also that's what we're already using today, and it's working quite well. The market we're targeting it's not a rare disease. We're targeting aging and like a preventative setting, and many biotechs, because of the regulatory situation today, they kind of target a rare disease as a gateway approval indication to getting on the market. We're from the very beginning kind of targeting a label expansion, and so targeting a very large population, and where in the U.S., for instance, there may be about 150 million people that are qualified for this type of treatment. Immune system aging occurs to everyone, and and our treatment today costs about $20,000 to $25,000 per year of treatment, and it's one that that people would likely repeat approximately every 5 to 7 years. And so, people can put kind of insane revenue projections, on kind of treatments like this, but it's likely that there's already a multi-billion-dollar market for growth hormone, and if we were able to obtain a formal approval from FDA, an on-label indication for it, it seems reasonable that it could kind of rival GLP-1 and with that type of market potential. And one of the reasons we're here and interested in raising capital is to build out new biologics manufacturing capacity, which is important for our lead program. It's also, I feel like, needed for the longevity biotech field more generally. Our lead program is a biobetter or biosimilar called thymotropin, and that's a biosimilar version of growth hormone. And we're also developing several other biologics beyond that are all kind of targeting immune system regeneration. And so they're intended to kind of complement or augment the effects we've seen to date. And I'll kind of wrap it up there, but we're an early stage company. We've only accepted seed stage financing. I feel like we're pretty advanced in terms of our clinical development. I think we have some of the most encouraging clinical data that's available. Now, we have multiple clinical programs where we're enrolling people today, and we've had a fair amount of success with to date. And so we're excited about where we're at, and we're also at a position where within probably a year or 2 years, we'll be able to kind of work with FDA to design and launch a pivotal trial. So that trial that enables formal approval of our treatment in the U.S. So I'll just stop there and open it up for questions. We got one? Yeah.
So you're in the clinical phase right now, but you said you're also offering treatment for $25,000 because I'm interested.
Yeah.
But
well, yeah, definitely. Oh, the slide
How
went away.
does that
There was
work?
contact information there. But yeah, so it's a clinical trial, but we do kind of bootstrapping operations that people can pay to enter and like cover their own costs, so cover their medications and diagnostics, and that cost is about $20,000 to $25,000 a year right now.
So it's to participate in
to participate in it.
And
That's
with
right.
this biologic.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, with a treatment combination that includes the biologic. Yeah.
Thank you.